Am I getting sidetracked? No, never. Not me getting sidetracked. Never me. At least this time I actually came in mostly on time. Let's actually get that to show up on screen properly. That is the wrong window. This one. There we go. There we go. All right, my friends. We are going to get this blanket off of the lumpy part of my chair so I can actually sit down properly. I'm going to take a moment to just quickly adjust the camera. On the YouTube side of things, I have started what is hopefully daily clip uploads. Right now, it's all clips from the Vampires Stress Test and the Vampires event. But, it should be other things from streams and whatnot soon. So, just so folks are clear, this save here is my general testing when I was figuring out the controls. This is the actual day 1, December 11th world map. This is the day 2, December 12th world map. And this is where we're actually going, because this is what's going to be showing up on the axiom. This is where we are going to actually be exploring, because this is, I don't need like any of this. This is the combination, wrong one, the combination of both maps and also the Wingsguard server, but mostly both maps since I'm playing. So, obviously, what we really need to do is put the resource pack back on. Because Lord knows, yes, I want to load it. It's not quite as creepy without the correct resource pack. And then I think I also need to turn the shader back on. I do need to turn the shader back on. Good afternoon, Scales. How are you? I am doing lovely. I am about to drop myself back into terror and horror, as I did how many days ago was that now? Because it was on Thursday. Alright, I'm going to drop myself here. We are going to drop myself down. I adjusted the buttons again. Alright, and now I am going to put myself into survival. Because why not? Why would I not? Now, I don't know what time of day it is. It's very dark and it's rainy in here. I do know that we are currently sitting on the edge of where I had to do a bunch of work today to blend the maps. And I'm not actually finished blending the maps, but I decided I wanted to take a nap, so I did that instead. Like, is this from one of the chunks that got blended? I don't know. It's a nice deep ravine. Nice and spooky. That's not where we want to go. We want to hopefully get some sunlight at some point. Please let the rain stop. Oh, that's an overhang. Now, where is my entrance that I made? I'm going to be doing some more work with this. for storytelling purposes. And then I'm going to upload it to the Wingsguard server, which, if we go back into that map, I deleted everything between here and this base. Hello XD, how are you today? And as well as a whole bunch of stuff all around because I set new world borders. Okay, like see, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna see this nice choppy edge where it's all not blended yet. And then I'll show you the area where I did blend it. Am I going to have to turn it to daylight? I think I might have to turn it to daylight, but... Hello, cow. A red puppy. It's like, this is the pale oak forest that was already here in this spot before I blended the maps. So we'll just avoid those for the moment. Yeah, this is, of course, delightfully spooky. And here we go. I think we are at the edges of where they start to blend together. Now I let Minecraft do most of the hard work of generating and blending, but there are some spots where it is really, really obvious and needs to be fixed. So, yeah, it's too hard to see this. Let's see. Yeah, okay. What you've got here is the blending that I did because this was a very sharp, jagged cut. And both maps are blended in different ways, so while the majority of the maps are what they were post-event, some of them are very much very different along the edges. Like if I go back this way and we can see the cut between pale oak and whatever that black spot was, the darker area with its nice sharp cut. Yeah. Because with some of this stuff you can see like the edge of what was. Why are these floating? Don't float. You're not allowed to float. Yeah, nice and sharp edge here. What is that on? Oh, that's just the seeds I dropped. But as we go, we need to go this way. We're heading towards the border of Oakhurst, which I will be redefining before it goes onto our server. Because the border of Oakhurst currently is just a line of... Hello tree, why did you do that? It is currently just a line of stone and it's like cobble, stone and whatnot. So this here, this is the actual boundary, and you can actually follow this around the whole map. Because this is where all of the custom map stops. This side, Minecraft generation and my commands and playing around. This side is Oakhurst. This is where the vampires were. And just so you know, if we come across any chests out here that are just by themselves, that's where someone died during the event. And for my own sanity, I do not have the sound up very loud because it was terrifying. It is still terrifying. The server I'm on, the Not Doc server, we're all still twitchy around stuff like this. Nice watch streak, 25. Bravo and thank you. I very much appreciate it. Alright, so if I did not mean to put a waypoint there. Let me just, I need to delete that waypoint. That's not intentional. Confirm deletion. So right here up on the map is where I did some blending. So we will go up there first. Like I installed a map mod. We didn't have that during the event, and I am still lost. Like I keep getting turned around, and I have the maps and whatnot now. Now here we are, coming out over here, and so you can see where the border is right there. So anything to this side, I blended in together. So I added a whole bunch of stuff down here. Lightmatica is still there, so we'll just get rid of that like that. When the water just disappeared randomly and I had to put lanterns in so that I could figure out where I needed to fill the water in. So those lanterns may or may not stay. I think it would be funny if they stayed. Alright. Jumping up, back up onto here. Like I did all of this stuff here. I built this wall here. It's supposed to be, oh shoot, a weir. That's what it is. It's supposed to be a weir. There's another weir over on the other side that is broken. And the water has gone through it. Why do I keep hitting M? That's not the one I need. Alright, so we have a few destinations to choose. We can go to the lake beacon, or we can go up to, I think that's Crypt there. I'm pretty sure that's Obelisk. Anyways, I think one of the easiest ways to tell whether I'm in the day 2 map or the day 1 map, because I don't remember which one is which. Oh, I gotta fix that. I don't remember which one is which. We'll head to the lake beacon and see how many chests are around it. Because that will tell us a few things. Oh, custom tree stuff. Okay. It has been interesting looking at this map and seeing how the quote-unquote big leagues actually do things with their like terrain generation. And trying to mimic it. It's been like I have Axiom on here because I was trying to just clone parts of things and just like copy paste. It didn't work very well. I'll figure something else out. Alright, so we are here. This is the crypt. Which side does it go? Oh, there it is. I found it. I found it. I just remembered I could do that. So this is not someone's death. That is a tome chest. But if we go down here This is someone's tunnel so that they could get the beacon. Have hope, have confidence, have fun. Now this is graves. Like, this is the stuff people died with having on them, on their bodies. Do we need to mine more? Yes, go with a group. Voice chat 49. Was there anything in the furnaces? Yeah, they had 6 ingots in there. It's interesting to look at this stuff and see what everyone had. Braking for 1 second. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Someone had their silver helmet. Like, we had no chance. The entire game was like literally stacked against us. We were there to die. We go out here, then you go into the tunnels. And these tunnels are massive. We'll just hit spectator for a moment so that I can actually show you how massive they are. Might need to turn the shaders off for that. But yeah, every single patch down there is glow lichen. Yeah. Oh, did I did not do that right. I was not actually back where I needed to be. Spectator myself back up. Get back into here. So I am pretty sure this map is day 2, the 12th. And I will come back here and I will set up a proper memorial. But I don't know exactly when that will be. So that goes back out into... I'm going to take one of their pickaxes. I'm sorry, friends. You died. But I need a pickaxe, and I would rather use one of yours. Here, you can have a poppy. Okay, and then we can just go like that. And we are in the caves. Which, yes, I am tensing up. I'm getting a little... I know there's no one else on this with me. This is not on any servers yet. But I am still feeling my nerves. So, that part, I believe, is towards the lake. There we go. Like, you can see on this map, you can see the tunnels that we dug. Like, we dug a lot of tunnels. I mean, I wasn't on this map because I was day 1, but... Alright, you know what? We're just going to spectate ourselves back to the surface. Oh, that is a much better view of the caves. It's fucking ominous, but it's much nicer. I am just taking a screenshot of that. Like, holy. Spooky. So, just gonna make our way back up to the surface. My lantern, okay. We used signs to talk in game because we were not allowed to have proximity voice chat in game because there was like 200 of us at any one time. That, I think, was supposed to be a trap. What is this? Everyone spread a bit so Hunt can't track well. Yeah. Hunt was the ability that they used to hunt us. Like, it would tell them exactly where we were. Which, you know, we all thought was unfair. But again, the game was stacked against us on purpose. We were not meant to survive. And going back to watch the VODs from the creators' perspectives, you get a little angry. Because they stopped seeing, well, they never saw us as actual people, actual players. We were just NPCs there to get wiped out by the vampires. But, you know, none of them actually understood how absolutely terrifying it could be. Because you couldn't hear anything except for the vampires talking. And you could hear the vampires talking from quite a distance away. I have a couple of clips that I'm going to be turning into it's shorts to just show how far away they could be. John Solidarity claims this beacon for day 1. John Solidarity didn't play on day 1. Meandering around here, trying to find ways up, trying to escape the vampire. Actually, no, I think this is part of the actual map. I don't have any bricks to get up there. Since I am just exploring, cheating is fine. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were trying to do something there. I don't know what, though. What is this alert for? Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that. One of the folks who was playing the event with us has decided they want to write a 200 years later, because the massacre happens every 200 years, event. Yuri Avengers will avenge you. So Farinity and Stelluna Rose died. Not here, because they made the graves for them. Let's see. Guys, maybe we help with the crypt. They can't kill 50 of us. Man to Pale Oak. Shall we go? I'm so scared, lol. I'm running the second we turn it. Solidarity squad members. Yeah. And surely we just go help the crypt. Surely. You know, the wind blowing outside of my house is not helping. I do hope we get a clean version of the map without all of our shenanigans. But I don't know if that's actually possible. Because I don't know if they have a clean version of the map to begin with. They might have the version of the map for the end of the series. But who knows? I'm going the wrong way. See, I told you, even with the map, I'm getting lost in this map, in this thing. This terrible terror. With the resource pack, all of the iron has been turned to silver. And a silver block could repel the vampires. And I died with 2 silver blocks in my hand because I panicked and forgot I had them, so I didn't place them. They were literally in my hand, and I was just, like, clueless. I would have at least gotten a swing in on Abolish if I had placed it down. But I did not. And so, I died. Where are we going now? Alright, we'll hit the path and go back to the actual Oakhurst. The Oakhurst area. So where is the path? Oh, here it is. Oh. No, but there's definitely another grave here. Gatherer. When we get into Oakhurst, Oakhurst proper, it's going to be a little sad, a little terrifying. Hello, YNB, how are you today? Oh, someone dug down here. Did they die down here? Maybe. We are going to continue through the woods towards Oakhurst. The path goes in a strange little loop around here. Haven't been in the stream, so decided to tune in? Why, thank you! I mean, I streamed on Thursday, and that was a mess, so, like, I don't mind people not being there. It looked like a PowerPoint presentation with how bad it was. Oh yeah, the gatherers were definitely around here. You got chunks missing out of trees here. You have that tree that was just... They didn't bother to build up or do anything. They just went up as high as they could and then stopped to keep themselves alive. Grave. Oh, they had a silver sword, never been used. Oh my god, what is this? I think I joined for like 2 seconds before I had to go. It was like a freeze frame of you mining a stone block. Yeah, that would be it. I have a much better version. I pasted the flashback footage over top of the audio. And the VOD is up on YouTube, so you can actually see what happened. I show you something. If it's cool, I get 5 minutes more of life. If not, I die. Already played Pearl, Cleo and Drift, Shelby, and Pyro. A pig? Oh, it's Truffle. Okay. Do you want to play a quick game, Entertainment Merchant? I also made a cute area below. Would love if you checked it out. Maybe after I die, if you worry I'll kill you. I can also tell a joke. It's a rat. And cheese. Okay. Her, I'm leaving. I'm sick of you wearing a different shirt every hour. Him, wait, I can change. Boy. I don't know if the ones that came up here actually came down to check this out. Someone's watching Sweet Puppies, a tiny cat. Don't kill me, let's go up first. It will be more fun. Chill and Flowers, lounge area. Oh my goodness. Someone was definitely playing for their own amusement. That's the back door. It's not even a home, all invited. Wow. So I'm guessing the proprietor of this is the one that got killed right here. What's this world? This is the land of Oakhurst. It is from the Vampires SMP, and it is where we did the event on Thursday and on Friday. So this is actually the Thursday map. The one I'm on right now is the Friday map. And I did blend them together so I could explore them both without having to leave the same file. And then I blended them into our server's world so that I could force people to play with me. But this is where 250 of us died because 14 vampires were so overpowered that we didn't have a single chance. And now I'm exploring around, looking around, seeing whose graves I can find. I mostly can't recognize any of them because none of the chests actually have like names and things on them. We can see what the fortifications look like before the end, which day 2's Oakhurst lasted much better than day 1's did. I have work today, thanks for a second chance though. Space cheer. 3 graves. I'm going to guess that was Space Cheer that died there. And another grave over here. Rest in peace, day 1 victim, Helios, aka Prideful Star, the best non-vampire gaslighter to ever exist. Okay then. Oh, I should probably show you. I'm in my death outfit. Look at me! My dress is Soulfire. Yeah. Oh, that's another grave. Yeah, I made that skin yesterday because Morcant decided that they wanted they wanted references for something they were writing. I was like, hell yeah, I can do that. A boat. I alive, I want revenge. I'm not seeing any other graves directly on this side, so I guess we will see. Oakhurst. It's my birthday. Please give me a cake flavor. Find content here. We worked hard to make this house a home. Let's go, lesbians. Gatherer's house, so proud, said Aluna. Which base is this? Lol, gatherers. Close the door. Morgan the Gravekeeper was here. Luna's TNT house. Please pretend this is a beautiful painting. Does anyone have spare silver? Does anyone have copper to spare? That is a grave. These are not. That is all storage there. Graves down here. Exit. Nice. Food supply to make sure the town was fed. Here lies the gray intern. They were good. Rest in peace, fellow humans, and fluttering moth, my fellow moth, hoping for a victory for us all. That tunnel is very branching. I don't want to get lost in the tunnels just yet. Because I will get lost in them. They are intense. Let's go second. No, staircase down and a ladder up. I mean, it's a good escape plan if you don't have 2 vampires on you. I'm scared, shall we run? Living in a slideshow? That's a grave. Minecraft has chosen to give me soft, sad music. House, go away, please, vampires. Dear vampires, it's my birthday. Please tell me what cake flavor. Fox wanna be. Starting to lag. Oh dear. Never mind. Alright. Sausage is level 1, so we kill when they come here. Get food from Bee Patch. Something like a set of graves. Here lies Shiny Mist, revived twice somehow. Shiny Mist was killed within the first, 5 minutes of the second day when Owen had told them to wait. So she got brought back, and then I guess she got revived a second time. Alright. Let me get a quick summary of what had happened. It's like seeing a graveyard. It is a graveyard. This is quite literally a graveyard. Anytime you see a single chest by itself like this, that's a grave. Someone died there. This is everything that they were holding when they died. So, the quick summary of it is that Vampires SMP was, it still is, but it was a series that followed the adventures of 14 people through this, the anniversary of a massacre. And the massacre happens every 200 years, and this is the 200th anniversary since the previous massacre. And so it starts getting spooky because 2 vampires have awoken, and 2 of those 14 people are vampires. And by the end of the series, there's a lot more vampires. And so it becomes a battle between humans and vampires, and good vampires and bad vampires, and good humans and bad humans, and it is a mess. It gets very intense. This map that we're on, this is the map that the series was played on. So you can see this hard edge through some of the map. That is the border. That was their world border. Anything beyond that, they couldn't access. And they decided to do an us versus them, where all of the creators were now vampires, instead of just some of them. And the humans would be the community. And apparently they thought they'd only get 150 participants, and they had to actually cut off the number of participants when it reached 500 because their server couldn't handle it. So it got split over 2 days, 250 on each day. I was on day 1. A bunch of my friends were on day 2. Day 2 was a lot more prepared, and day 2 also got easy mode. And it was easy mode because the vampires got nerfed. The humans were given a compass. You know, there's a whole bunch of easier things for day 2 because day 1 kind of got trapped. On day 1, most of the people died in or around Oakhurst because the vampires were on us within 2 minutes of the game starting. Day 2 had a 5-minute grace period, which is not that much, but they weren't immediately on top of them. They weren't flying in bat form over the village. They weren't going around the village on the sides. They weren't underground in the caves. We were terrified. We were harried and chased, and Day 1 was just hell. Day 2 was easy mode. Not really. Day 2 was still really hard because the vampires were very definitely overpowered. So it's more like Day 1 was super hell. Day 2 was hell. And then we have triple hell, which is somewhere else. That is a joke from the community because 2 of the creators were playing Vein-bound in character, and they were sent to triple hell at the end of it. They were trying to escape super hell. They got trapped into triple hell. But yes, there's a lot more balancing done for Day 2 than there was for Day 1, because for some reason, Owen thought that with as much power as the vampires had, that even on Day 1, that there was a possibility that humans would win. That just wasn't the case. A vampire could take a human out in 2 hits. I know that because that's how I died. And whenever they killed someone, it regenerated their hearts. So it didn't matter how many times you hit them and how many hearts you took away from them. It didn't matter. So, now that the event is over and they've released the maps, we get to look around and see how everything wound up in the end. So, at the end of Day 1, the final survivor got turned. I got to participate in an all-creator battle where they all just fought each other. At the end of Day 2, the last man standing was brought to the dinner table and was told to sit in a hole in the dinner table. And they placed a block over his head, and everyone drank from him. And it was terrifying. There is a clip of my death that is going up on, it's scheduled for Christmas Day, that will show you exactly how terrifying it could be. But if you want to know what I heard in the moments before my death, I'll play it for you. I'll play you the audio because I love this audio. Here.
Being in Deep Slate must be such a troublesome thing to mine around, don't you think? You think you're safe because it takes so long to mine too. And it's very, very difficult to try to see you're safe, but in reality, I'm right above you.
That was Abolish Regret. Coming down from on high. I was at bedrock. Making myself a nice little grave because I'd lasted till the player highlight turned on. So all of the humans got highlighted even. So even though a bunch of us survived most of the game, they turned the player highlight on and it was like, oh, we're fucked. Like, we don't have a chance now. And I was at bedrock and I was moving away from Oakhurst and it was like, oh, I am blatantly obvious. They can see me. I am alone. There's no chance of survival. So I wound up just digging in circles until he got to me. And then it was after that I realized, oh, I should have built myself a tomb down there. So we will be going down to build myself a tomb at the place where I died. Yeah, graves for Caseface and Roman, who apparently died doing what she did best, being gay. This Mooncycle's abode. Caseface there and there. Caseface. Why do you get 2 graves? My grave will not have a chest at it because Abolish lit it on fire and threw all of the stuff that he'd picked up off of me into that fire as well. there is a reason why I decided to go with Soulfire as my outfit choice, because I died in the flames. I have chosen, for narrative purposes, that I was not actually fully dead. I was, bleeding out, as one does when they've had their throat ripped out. And he burnt my corpse. So, I had a very fiery death. Red's house vampires not welcome. Okay, this one was that's definitely engraved. I don't know if that one is. That one might be storage. Oh, up to the roof. Why would you give yourself roof access? Good Lord. The vampires like to stand on top of the roofs and taunt people. Gonna go view the vid real quick. Alright. Okay, we got Kaya and Nebby. We're here. A floating grave? A floating grave. I don't really know. Comet's house. No Apo allowed. We're in VC2. There is a cave beneath us. Be careful. That does not look like a grave. That looks like storage. Wait, did someone have a tome? Way of the Prospector. You gain knowledge on how to extract value from the very earth beneath you. You permanently gain 50% chance for an ore to drop twice its drops. Why didn't they read that? Like, why didn't they read that? That was a good one. Floating grave? Floating grave. You can't get my blood, but... You can get my blood, but don't kill me, please. And I'm guessing that's their grave. Soft house where heart is. It's a grave. That's a grave. Soft's house, not welcome. Doesn't look like anyone died in here. Oh, is this a watchtower? Oh, someone died here, yeah. Someone died in this watchtower because, of course, there's an open window that the vampires can fly through. Okay. I will stop being rageful. We didn't have a chance. Corrupt's shack? No, you may not come in. Minty's home with Minty's grave. Minty's house, do not enter. Okay, Minty. What's this one? So that's just a house with a little bit of storage, so no one is actually living there. What? Is this a bar? Did someone build a bar? That's another grave. Our humble bar. They did make a bar. And then they died. It looked way better than I imagined. A lot of people. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a ton of people. Okay, so this is apparently a bar. Rate house, Lenimore's house. How do you rate this house? 5 out of 10 vampire safety. The sigh of defeat I heard from you at the end of the vid. Yes. Yes. By the end of it, I was just like, ah, shit. I've placed myself into a position where I'm screwed, but at least someone had to make effort to get to me. And then I watched Abolish's vid, and he made very little effort to actually get to me because he just followed the caves. But that's what it is, right? That's how these events shake out. Another grave? Yeah. That goes back outside of Oakhurst, but I'm not finished snooping around the village. We got... I'm guessing that's Cosmo Krill. Yeah. The problem with these windows is they could be punched through. I heard a lot of different voices. Was this like a Discord thing or like an in-game VC? It was Discord. So I had Discord recording so that the things I said would make sense in relation. Stupid berry bushes. Here, sorry, I can't give more. I still need glass. Oh my goodness, look. Another body. I feel like an in-game VC would be cool, but very chaotic. Oh, yes. So, on the POW Creations, because POW Creations is the group that made this, on their Discord, they set up 49 different voice chats for everyone who was participating. On day one, there was only 29, and they went, hey, so can we get more? It was a little chaotic. Ashen's Eyes, little house with a question inside. Yeah. So the voice chat that I was in, which was miners only, as in mining, not miners. There was, I think, 12 of us in there to begin. And we had people jumping in and out to give us information. And, of course, when we died, we left the VC. But, yeah. It was a lot of chaos. Theoretically, if a giant roof was built above Oakhurst and the exits were made into proper doors, would that make Oakhurst a giant house that vampires couldn't enter? Oh, there's it. The tunnel out of this house. Well, they didn't do too bad. The stream is lagging. Oh no! Oh, I see that. Alright, well, there is an ad starting in 2 minutes, and I will not move at all during those 2 minutes, so hopefully it's just because there are chunks loading and isn't something more serious. Oh, I should check something, which might be part of the problem. Give me 1 second. Try that. You got turbo? Ah. I'm going to take a chunk of candy cane and shove it in my mouth. Because I like candy canes. So I'm hoping the issue is just chunks loading. Which, if you let me know anytime it does hit starters and legs like that, I can stop and we can just let the chunks load properly before I do anything else. Tree of Friendship from Sausage. Don't destroy, please. Oh, Lord. And then it's a grave. Lacquerette 2? Oh, Squiddoodle's house. Black was put on top of it. Vampires, awesome, but not welcome inside. Rip, Mix Acer, our friendship was so fruitful. Rip, Lacariat, Squiddoodle, lenders of house, if you are dead. So one little storage one, and then this is definitely a corpse. Oh, they had a stake. If any of the vampires had actually been low, like at level 1, because they were all level 3 vampires. You know, the strongest vampires. If they'd gotten down to level 1 at any point, you could have killed them with a stake, which is just a wooden sword. If you are not in VC18, please leave. Home of VC18, no vampires. Please don't just walk into others' houses. That's rude. I can give blood, be a thrall for Scott or Avid. I'm willing to offer you my blood, Pearl Cleo. Thanks, sausage. We love vampires, SMP. At Pearl, I would give my blood to you. Oh, Lord. Recon tree, don't break. Yeah, it didn't grow. Cult of the Yuri Vampires and Cat-Made Cafe. Twilight? Yeah. Again, I keep hitting berry bushes. I'm so bad at that. Free blood bank for Vampirus, Yuri, and Yaoi. It's been an honor serving the Vampirus. Dragon fruit was here. That's a body. We are happy to end as blood bags. I did not want to deposit that. Wow, they had a good chunk of stuff. If you want to join, we are VC4. Y'all want to form a book hunting party? Armor is for fashion, okay? Morale. It's been an honor. Wrong house, sadly. It was always going to end like this, but this is fine. We are happy, we are happy, we are blood. It's been an honor to serve at the Yuri Cat Maid Cafe. It's been an honor to have y'all in the Vampire Yuri cult. And of course, that is quite the load of bodies there. What they have down here, that's another body. I don't think that one was a body. I think that was just a storage chest. Down into the depths those caves go. The Memorial of the Immortal Nun Digit, also Lewis. That's funny. There is just so many dead here. We are to the side, I guess, of the center of the village. I believe this is the beacon. The town beacon was here. There's the arrow merchant. Hello, arrow merchant. He was burnt to a crisp at one point. Yeah, so their Oakhurst survived a lot better than ours did. There's still, you know, bodies outside the doors. So, what do I want to look at now? I think... Did everyone in your VC get wiped? Oh yeah, everyone did. I'm going to head a little bit north to see what is up there. Because there's a structure up here that I don't recognize. Oh yes, the sign. the beacon purifiers. If have spare resources, armor, please. Are you in a VC? I have gear, but I don't know who to help. Can I get a selfie? Thank you so very much. Thrall stall closed. Marion, Cleo, and Pearl found me, then sausage, then legs. Maybe next time. Little body in the corner. Body over here. So the thrall stall was set up for people who wanted to be thralls to the vampires. More specifically to Avid. Because it was Avid's thrall stall, and Avid was the one who took the thralls. But it didn't matter if you were a thrall, you were still going to get killed by a vampire. Because even if you stuck around with Avid, well, the other vampires didn't care. You're standing there, they'll kill you. There was no safety whatsoever. Now, we will go find the road out to the east. Oh, there's a body there. What did you have? And a body there. I hope... Oh, they must have gotten killed before they could finish the sign. Not surprising. Well, there's one here. They were right at the beginning. They only had their wood tools. The eastward path is this way. Like, going down on the paths themselves was a death sentence, so I don't think many people actually took the paths. Which led to us getting lost pretty easily, I'll be honest. Well, of course, it's blood moon time again. It's always blood moon time here. No protect us. Graveyard here. Forget the name Apo. Never cared. Also Teddy. Here lies Onyx. I'm sorry, M. Best of Skull Trio. Caspian Meow Tactics. We're Apo's thralls. Please let us make a grave before we die. We love Apokuna. Apo's thralls resident. Apo is always welcome. Someone died right in the doorway, blocking it all off. Okay, well, I don't really want to break that, so... Was it hard to get materials? It wasn't that hard, not really. Hi. Ro, my $3. I'm just gonna call you Ro. It was a horror game. It was put on by POW Creations, a us versus them, creators versus community game. The creators were all vampires, the community were all humans, and we all got wiped out, and it was terrifying. The only people who could talk on the server were the creators. And so if you heard anything at any point, it was, oh shit, the vampires are here, I gotta go. Also in regards to the materials, we were given a wooden pickaxe, wooden axe, and wooden shovel that would never break. Server Ren played it, and now it's just a graveyard. It is very much a graveyard. Yeah, there was 2 days where the server was actually active. It's been taken down now, but they have released the maps from the end of day from the 11th and the 12th, and the plugins for it are supposed to be coming out in an amount of time they didn't specify. So hopefully we'll be able to get these servers actually up and running by the fans, so we can actually properly play games. And hopefully it'll be a bit more balanced. I don't know if that's actually going somewhere or not. So where are we on the map? Oh, we're getting close to the edge. I have not finished blending this edge together, where it goes from their map into ours. So will this happen again? I don't know if the vampires event specifically will happen again. But Owen was saying that because of the great interest in this, because again, like, they had to cut it off after 500 people applied to play, when they were only expecting maybe 150. That they have plans for more events, more fun things like this. Apparently there's going to be a mini event in January, which we're all looking forwards to, because all of us want to get our revenge on the creators that killed us. Which it is so funny to hear someone bitching about Scott killing them and how they need to go kill Scott. Because half of these people went in with the plan to kill Scott to begin with. I was like, yeah, that's gonna happen. Don't think I've seen any graves out this side. But I'm not sure. To be honest, there'd probably be some down here. Oh, no, this one doesn't go actually down. Yeah, so I do have my plan to get this up on the Wingsguard server. We don't have the plugins yet. That's unfortunate, but that'll have to wait. I'm going to be revising all of the mods and plugins, data packs, resource packs, and everything is working together, because of course Wingsguard has a whole bunch of stuff already on it, but no one plays, so I can do whatever I want. You might have to screen record next time, just so if you stream it again, it's not just a freeze frame. Yeah, no kidding. Maybe I'll actually figure out how to dual PC stream, because that would help a lot. Shouldn't you get gear? Right now, I am in fact the only person on here, and I've set the world to peaceful. So, because we're just exploring right now. And just seeing where people died, what they built up. Oh, someone's last stand. Ooh. Uncanny direction. You gain an understanding of navigation you thought not possible, and can navigate your way back to home far more easily than before. Man, I would have loved to have that tome. Would have made it so much easier. Ow. Where else are we going here? Those are other tomes. Not sure what that is. Tomes. Alright, we're gonna head towards the castle. See what was left at the castle. And then I'll flip over, I'll change modes when we go over my day, because we're not going to be able to find my grave until never, if I don't, if I'm not in like spectator mode or something, to be able to figure out where the hell I died. Because it was in a small little section of bedrock. Hello, LePumpkin, how are you today? And yes, this is Minecraft. And it will be actually on the Wingsguard server in a few days, I think. Jolly season? Yes, it is very much jolly season. That's why we have a blood moon. Blood moon is jolly. On the crossroads, don't turn left. Oh, never. Never turn left. That's interesting placement. Can definitely tell when someone was using a mod to build up their terrain. There we go. Yep. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Just gonna get stopped a little bit in the middle of my thought. Oh no! The pumpkin has vanished! The pumpkin's a vampire. The pumpkin is a vampire. It's appearing. Why are there carrots there? I don't know if that was someone who planted them or if that was just part of the terrain generation. Like, I haven't watched all of the point of views from the series, so I don't know if that comes from something in the series, if it was there already or not. Well, we are coming up on another one. Redeem idea, Mumbo's mustache. I could do that. I could. Could get Mumbo's mustache. No, I don't want to go through there. I want to see. I don't think anyone actually made it this far. What's this one? It's uncanny direction as well. So I do currently have, damn it, the resource pack, which I guess technically we're not supposed to have at the moment. But if that were the case, they wouldn't have allowed me to download it. There was no allowing. It's just automatically saved. Every server you've been on, the resource pack gets downloaded. But it has become daylight. And we may continue our journey. Like, there were so many spots. Like, you could see so many people dying. But now that I'm actually on the map, it's like, I don't know where most of the bodies are. What is this? Dude, I have no food. John's solidarity is a beacon of hope in the darkness. For Oakhurst, don't you know? Thank you. Someone is in bathroom. Okay, then. Vampire's Castle. So there was a border across here that we couldn't break until all of the beacons, except for the castle beacon, was lit. Spooky. And then we never made it as far as this on day 1. Day 2 did get to this point, but that's because Owen was like, no, you gotta let him do it. You gotta let him do it. I want them to come to the castle. I was like, oh, come on. Hope you feel better soon. So here we are in the castle. It is very spooky. I'm blocked up in the ballroom. So you can see the people who were left. They got just massacred in here. And they had lots of items and gear on them. Honestly, I'm surprised by watching your previous vids. This must have been a fun server somehow. Oh, this was a blast to play. It was absolutely terrifying, but it was a lot of fun to play. And I do intend to do more stuff like this, because I didn't know it could be this fun. I jumped on this completely by chance. It popped up on my Twitter feed, and I went, yes, please. So much fun. Like, look at all the gear and stuff that got left behind. I just had school. I just got here. You're so cool. Oh, the banquet hall. So, like I said, at the end of day 2, the last survivor was told to sit in the hole that was in the middle of this table, and they placed a block over his head, and that's his corpse. I had people running all over the place, trying to fight, trying to win, definitely not managing to survive. Is this Scott's hole? Is this Scott's hole? Let's go find out. So many stairs. Yep, that's Scott's hole. And this big fancy tomb. It doesn't look like anyone managed to get down here. Lots of skulls and things. God, I can't wait for them to release the plugin. I want to play this with so many people now. And I want to integrate it into our server so that we have more than just Oakhurst as a base of loot. Is it? A base of... Well, a base for humans. Yeah. This is Scott's grave. This is where Scott was sealed. See? There's even an R.I.P. Major. It's where Scott died. Well, sort of. He got sealed in there for how many hundreds of years. Now, how do I get back out? How do I get back out of here? You know what? We'll just do it the easy way. Spectator! What's this? Just a random storage area, I guess. Yeah, you gotta climb up the walls, do a triple flip, and well, yeah, if I was not on the map that I'm currently modifying on my own computer instead of, and was on like a server or something, yes, that would be how to get out, but I am, of course, on the map I'm currently modifying, B, even if this was the server, I'm the op, so like, I can do whatever I want even there. Alright. I'm just going to cut to the chase. We're going to teleport here. Ouchies. There's a body. What did they do here? This is one interesting staircase, guys. And then they just pillared up. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, look, another grave. You're gonna dip to work? You're gonna join my Discord? Awesome. Love to have people around. Thank you for joining my stream. Owen rules and legs drools. That is hilarious. Oh, there are so many things I want to do with this map. So many things. And I think right now, we need to go see what happened to my Oakhurst. To the place where I died. So we had this Ori's Airbnb. Just had this one single. So one of the things about this was that if you were in a house, the vampires weren't allowed to come into the house. But one of the rules was it's only a house if it's in the walls of Oakhurst. So that would not have saved them. Yeah. More bodies hanging out on the outside here. What even are these? Will be Apacuna, work in progress by Fibble Basket of Bush's Green Pikmin. Oh, good God. I can't believe they actually did that. They were going to make a statue of each of the vampires in the hopes that, I guess, the vampires wouldn't kill them? That is so dumb. Nobody seems to have had diamond, let alone iron. So diamond did not exist. They made sure to remove all diamond from the map. So they didn't have a chance at diamond. Iron was all transformed into silver. So anything that is silver is actually iron. It's just a cosmetic change and name change. Also Ori's house. So if I find another body, run. Vampires shall not enter. EFO! I was aware there was an EFO, I just didn't realize that's where it was. Netherite just wasn't a thing. Well, we didn't have lava either. Okay, we did not have any lava either. So they took out the lava, they took out obsidian, they took out diamonds. There was a lot of stuff that they removed. So we were limited. The highest armor we could get was the silver armor. Nuh-uh. Ashley's house, Golden Freddy, please no vampire. Yeah, so most of us geared up in copper, and then anyone who was expecting to PvP would be in silver. And then everyone else would be in silver armor as likely. So, as likely to interact with vampire. So, this is technically an iron chestplate, iron boots, iron ingots, but it's all labeled as silver. Here lies Finlay, missed by Hive. So I don't actually, as much as this was my day and this was my starting area, I don't know much of what went on in this particular Oakhurst because I only made it back to Oakhurst once. After that, the vampires spent so much time terrorizing the village and blocking entrances that read signs please that we couldn't get back in if we were out, and they couldn't get out if they were in. Just part of why they had to rebalance everything for the second day. Because you were pretty much screwed as soon as you attempted to get anywhere near or away from the village. And day one is a lot more destroyed because you had people trying to dig out and not being able to because the cave system runs underneath and there were vampires in the caves. Bunches of bodies here, there, and everywhere. And then, of course, there's the soul fire, which was an attempt to keep the vampires out. Didn't work very well. Like, this entire wall is gone. The fortification is just gone from this entire wall. Because once fire tick was turned back on, because it was off for the first part of it, fire tick was turned on and the vampires just lit everything on fire. That took out a lot of our Oakhurst. Now, I wonder if I can find one of my holes down, because when my first drop off, the first and only drop off, I think the drop off house was, oh god, trying to figure out which house was the drop off zone. I dumped a whole bunch of stuff into a chest that said drop offs, and then I booked it back out to go get more stuff. Welcome to the den. Only messengers behind the counter, please. Yes, this is the drop off. So I dumped a whole bunch of stuff into this chest so that they could make all sorts of stuff for people. Building materials, large chests. Like, these are mostly empty because we couldn't get back into Oakhurst. And then I went... I think this might be part of the route I took? No. That wasn't it. I know it was towards this end of town, I think. I grabbed a whole bunch of trees by accident, and so I planted them on my way out of town. And I grabbed a chest that was a crafting block that was over there, and I did, is this where? No. So there was a crafting chest that was to one side of a doorway that I took, and then I found a nearby hole and just went down it. Oh, this is it. This is the path that I took down when I left Oakhurst the second time. And there should be a spot with gravel somewhere. Is it this way or did it go the other way? It must have been the other way. Leg? Alright, let's let it load in. Give it a minute or two. Because I did teleport here instead of walking here, so it's trying to catch up. Did I go? No. I don't remember all this redstone. Yeah. I don't think this is... Whenever you go down the stairs, it lags. Yeah, because it's trying to load in things. Alright, so I have no idea where my particular route down was. But as you can see, there's a lot of cave down here. And I have followed myself through my flashback video And I know I did a lot of digging and putting blocking my exits off so that people couldn't follow me. Yeah, there's a lot. We also couldn't suffer fall damage, which is nice. The only way any of us could die was if a vampire actually killed us. So we would take chances like just jumping off of here in order to escape and survive. Which I don't think I can do right now. But if we want to, like there's a crafting bench there, a furnace. Most of us didn't bother to actually put torches out anywhere. We just held a torch in our hands. So many cave holes. Oh yeah. Lots and lots of cave holes. I'm fairly certain that by a certain depth, there aren't any torches at all. But you had to go really deep. Did mobs spawn or were they... Mobs spawned. I got shot at by a skelly at one point, and I could hear spiders and zombies while I was digging. Which was another reason to block off my path after I had left. So this right here, we are just above bedrock. And one of these clusters is where I died. And I don't know which one it is. Oh, 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 oh! This is it. Let's not be in the wall. This is where I died. This is where I died. This is my little burial pit. It's not very big. And if I had been smart, I would have put the silver block right there. Because he came in down this. Because this is the pillar he used to get back out to a point where he could lunge. So I'm just going to mark this as Ren died, because I do want to come back and build myself a little crypt. I have a design for it and everything. And like, he stood here and lit my chest on fire. So there is no chest here for me to mark. But I do recognize this because I have a flashback video of it from a variety of angles. And then, yeah, he went up. And then he just kept going. He found other people to murder. It was a lonely death. But one that we will one day avenge. Even if it's not in a vampire series. Somehow, some way, I am going to be able to kill, abolish somewhere, somewhen. I'm going to have to practice, though. I am so bad at PvP. So many tunnels. We really just destroyed the underground. But that is also interesting. What is that? An armadillo scoot? Scott? Whatever it's called? Where is it? Yeah, it's right there. That is... Oops. Wrong button. Armadillo scoot. Scott. Scoot? I don't know what that is. How to say that. It's just a word, though. I feel really annoyed to see all of this deep slate out here, because that was the major thing that I brought back. And I was so annoyed. Although one of the things that I find funny, one of the things that, for me, is really, really funny, prior to the event in the Gatherers of Oakhurst Discord, they were talking so much about the houses that they were going to build and the prettiness of them and what materials they were going to need, like specific blocks and things, and I'm sitting there going, this is a horror map survival game. You're not going to have a chance to do that. You're not going to have polished diorite to build your house with. Like, just build it out of cobble. It's fine. Cobble doesn't burn. You can make it fancy if you live long enough. Like, I have no idea what they were thinking when that was their focus, was on how pretty it was going to be. Oh, this is the hole that I started before I got distracted and went somewhere else. That's funny. I went like 3 blocks down and then someone called my name and I had to go deal with that. Diorite is a nice block, but ever since someone said it looks like bird shit, haven't looked at it the same. Yeah, I can understand that. I can very much understand that. There are some blocks that you find they look like one thing and you can never look at them the same way again. This is a grave over here. Alright, was there anywhere else that would be... Oh, that's something different. What is this? Pyro no longer welcome in VC 25. Did he snoop into a VC? Rude. So rude. But it looks like someone was trying to build a house here, even though we had been explicitly told that houses outside of Oakhurst don't count as houses, so you're going to get killed if you're building a house out here. Someone's tunnel. One of the things that I found kind of hilarious was that just outside the edges of the map, and I think it's down here, is the deep dark. Which was just so funny to me to find that out. Anything of interest? Yeah, that's one of the beacons. The beacon itself is not here. Because as much as I have the resource pack, I don't have the actual mod. Yeah, we never made it as far as day 2 did. Because again, we were playing in super hell. It was rough on us. Yeah, and all of the fortifications and things were underneath all of the bases. What? Oh, there we go. Okay, I found the crypt. I just hurt myself in the crypt. Someone actually did make it this far. Oh yeah, I think the crypt was the one that we managed to at least neutralize. Yeah. But they very much took out anyone who was around here. Like, if you had a hole out to the outside like that, you were completely screwed. But they did make an attempt to tunnel through to the crypt, which is impressive. That is definitely a pit trap that was made specifically by the humans trying to escape. That is intense. And it still looks like absolutely wild to see all of the caves and things that were dug out. And the natural caves. Some of us got pretty far. Ant tunnels? Oh yeah. I have an overhead view of, it was on the stress test where we all logged in and we were just there to test the servers. And yeah, it was like looking at a whole bunch of ants running around. Because we were all just little blocky guys. Being blocks. So, I am wondering what the best thing to do with the belongings of all of the dead. Because I don't want to just leave them out to be discovered on the map. That's no fun for me. But I think an underground crypt would be fascinating. Look at this guy here. This statue is dedicated to Safaraugan. Okay. Maybe I'll just shove it all in my own crypt. Like, that would be funny. If it's all in mine. Deep down at bedrock. Alone. All of the belongings of the dead. And because the 12th canonically takes place 200 years after the 11th, then my crypt would still be there by the time of the 12th massacre. Oh, that would be lovely. That'd be so funny. I think I like that. All right. That is not how you spell creative. Neither of those. Okay, so, like I said, I've designed my crypt as I want it to be. On a creative server, and also I've started to put it on the not doc server. But for now, I'm going to grab whichever one of... Why are there so many folders called screenshots? Where did I screenshot my tomb? How many screenshots do I have for Minecraft stuff? My goodness. Where is the tomb? There it is. Okay. So I have that one. 1212. And there's the other side. Okay. So we are going to build the crypt that I wish I had thought of to build on the 11th before I died. So, this is where Abolish came in. So that's that, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, just start to cook. Redstone. And oh, did I accidentally just jump into the air? I think I did. I think I did. Alright. It was cobble walls. I tried to keep it to what I think I had on me when I died. Like that. Then like that. Deep slate cobble. And it was deep slate brick steps. Oh, that goes up one more. Would have been so funny for Abolish to just drop down there and just find like my tomb. For me, I mean, it would have been hilarious. And then I want the silver block, because I was putting a block of silver there. Okay, and then from this way, there was slabs. So I had 1, 2, and that wasn't a space, but that was. Okay. I don't know why, but I just imagined him dropping down and the bedrock below is magically just destroyed and he falls into the void! Yes, that would have been perfect. The best way for him to end. Into the void with you. Cinema. Cinema indeed. Would have made my life easier. Longer, too. backside did not have any extra roof bits. Nope. I wanted the stairs for that. Okay. And then there was a, I think it was a solid block under there. I'll just put that one there like that. And put a torch there. And we knock out this section. This is a really simple crypt. But now that I've decided that I'm going to put everyone's stuff into my crypt, it's just the way it's going to be. Deep slate. There we go. I want to swap that with that. That looks about right. And then most of this back wall becomes this one. Stairs across like that. Don't have the same view. The FOV is different, but that is the same view. All right. See, if I had had the silver blocks placed, he'd come in here and he'd have been weakened, and I would have been able to at least hit him a couple of times. Is the grave done? It is. It's just it's a very simple grave. Here lies Wren, who dug into a 1-by-1 hole and never completed the great forge. You had it pre-saved. Excellent, excellent. I love that. Back into creative, and then I'm just going to... Oh, there was silver right there. Gross. There we go. And now, if I put things in the right spot, you have to find this spot and drop right down. And then you'll have to get rid of that block to come in. So that you might find all of the things that I am going to, let's get out of F1, that I am going to hide away in here. Why are you pinging me? I refuse, do not ping me. Okay, whatever. Go away. Go away. Okay, so come down this way. You don't immediately see that there is a little hole here. We're going to put a trap door. It's not helping that way. Fine, I'll have to be on the other side then. I want it coming down from the top. Will that work? Probably not, actually. What am I doing? Why am I in the wrong mode? That's our trick. That's the trick to it. That is not a good trick. That is not helping. But if I do that, will it work? Not from that part. That does it. That is our secret tunnel. When you come in, you don't see it right off the back, but it's not like it's completely difficult to find. We're just being sneaky. And now I shall create a space for all of the dead. And it will be sad. Make it a bit like an ossuary. Yeah, I think doing it like an ossuary is the way to go. So we got the chests. And we'll use that deep slate slab. I'm pretty sure if I do it this way. I can't remember if I do it with stairs if it'll open too. So yeah, that opens, but stairs. We do this with stairs. Like that. Yes, okay, stairs does work the way I thought it did. Ooh, that was an ad break. Okay. I need to make space for 250. You have ascended and bypassed ads. You certainly have. Just for a month, though. That is the downside, yes. Let's go with... yeah. So that's the first part of the ossuary. Nope, we don't want that. Each one of these has to be for an individual person. And we will make it spooky. Spooky time, spooky time. What I should do is put a lectern here. How do I want to do that? Use another silver block to put a lectern. Ah, this is fun. Then we take a book. And we'll just put this as Book of the Dead. Here lie the remains of... and then I will just add all of the names from the day on here. That'll be fun. And possibly really annoying. But also fun. Oh, no, that's too close. That's not the right spot. Because there are two sets here. And they go in like this. All right, I think I've got the main hall sorted out. Or the entrance hall. This is the entrance hall. All behind my own crypt. Because I am the one building it. So I get to be the primary out there. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's how it works. Actually, what I should put in here is lanterns. There we go. Let's get lantern. Maybe a chain. Trying to stick with the vanilla blocks instead of using the blocks from the mods, because I don't know which mods I am going to end up playing with. No, that is not correct. We want it there. There we go. That looks lovely. So this is 9, 18, 27, 36, 42, 48 of 250. Staircase, staircase. Couple of staircases here. Staircase, staircase. Then we will put bricks across here. A wall can go down. Deep slate brick wall. Down each of those. The intention to make you actually have to look at the book before you can pass. Have to honor the dead before you can pass through these halls. Okay. Oops. That's the problem with working in creative. Sometimes you make things explode that you didn't intend to explode. Actually, Soulfire Lantern. That's what's going to go here now. Yes. And then I just need that one for light right now. Yes. I said it was 48 before I put these other ones in, right? 48, 56, 62. Okay. I need the stairs. Where art thou, stairs? Okay. How many spots must I remove? So many spots to be removed. Okay, so, oops. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be 10. Lantern there. All right, so that makes for 30. Thirty. And then we will go this way, I think. We don't want it to just be a straight line. That's not interesting. That's not interesting at all. Oh, is that a Huffy Puffy puppy? That sounded like a Huffy Puffy puppy. He just heaved a big ol' sigh. Hello, Tara1199. How are you? Welcome to my chat. I am Ren Unataya, technically, but Ren as in Renegades. I am a Minecraft and Fortnite streamer. And right now I am building a tomb underneath Oakhurst in the Vampires SMP map. It is slow going because I need to make 250 graves. It's a lot of graves. Alright, so that's 3, 4. Give me light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Stairs. I require the stairs this time. No. Always forget to do that. So that is 5. That was 3. So this will also be 3. Make some food right now. Dipped but came back. Well, welcome back. Food is a very important thing to make. I have chicken burgers for dinner tonight. One, 2, 3, 4. Nope. 5. Alright, so that is another 30. It's going to be fun trying to track down all of the corpses. Especially the ones that, you know, like mine. They kind of got burnt. Made wings for the first time, like 2 days ago. Amazing. Oh, homemade wings. Delicious. I am jealous. I would love to have some wings. I really like honey garlic wings. I'm a huge fan of garlic, to be honest. Which, you know, makes it very sad that I never got garlic during the event, because they changed beetroot to garlic. And if you had eaten the garlic and then got killed by a vampire, I'm not sure if it was just killed or if you needed to be drained, it gave them a weakness. Like they had a weakness potion put on them. And there were people who were just cackling because they may have died, but they inflicted the weakness upon the vampires. Okay. It's not the right one. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I like cooking and baking, but I'm always so lazy to start. I have to be in a very specific mood to actually do any cooking or baking. I do love baking. I love making cookies. I love making cakes. But it is exhausting. You're washing dishes? That's an important thing to do. All right, so 30, 60, 90. How many did I have up here? So 30, 39, 45, 51, 57? That's not right. It can't be. Oh, maybe it can. All right, so we'll go 15, 18, 24, 30. Okay, so there are 60 in this front room and then 90 back here. So that's 150. I need to make 100 more. I just want to make sure I'm right. Oh, mathematics. Why are you like this? So we've got 90 in the back and 60 in the front. 150. So that is 100 that I need. So we are at 150. And now I want to make those s'mores cookies I saw on Instagram, which uses graham crackers, marshmallow, and cookie dough with chocolate chip. Oh, goodness gracious. That sounds delicious and dangerous. I would not be able to stop eating them. They would not survive a single day. Okay. And then that's another 9. That's 168. I am having more fun building this ossuary than I thought I would. Oh, I did not mean to go that far back. Whoops. Whoops. So that one and that one need to be bricks. And all of those across there can be bricks. And we'll make this 3 deep, so there's 1 row of deep slate between the graves. That one. That goes center there. That actually goes up 1. Okay, anyways, I'm getting distracted. I mean, I'm getting distracted by other parts of the build, but it is distracting. That cannot be denied. That's 3. Deadly combination. My hands are wet, so hard to reply washing dishes, as you said. Oh, jeez. That would make things difficult. Yeah. Right. That's correct. So that should be 5. That lamp did not need to be on bedrock. No, sir. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's looking good. And then we've got our 3 across to make the aisleway. And then 1 more deep for the actual graves. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we put the stairs in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and brick, and wall up. Okay. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Put the stairs in there. Next stop is the stairs in there. So that is 39 added to the total. We are at 207 graves. We hit one of my tunnels. Oh no, that might be someone else's tunnel. But we definitely hit a tunnel. Did you just wake yourself up, buddy? Pretty sure he just woke himself up. Because he went from dead asleep to barking. What a silly boy. What a silly Billy boy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last set for there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we got the stairs. Actually, I need the lantern first. Stairs. Oh, jeez. I have my iPad open to do my calculations. And it just changed to an ad, and I was like, why is there an ad here? It is a calculator. Why does a calculator require ads? Because it's Apple. That's why. 4, 5. No, I need to put the stairs in first, so that they're facing the right way. Then I can put the rest of these in. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You done barking at thin air, bud? Yeah? Okay. He wants attention now. And I'm just like, as long as I don't turn to look at you, you won't know that I'm talking about you. 39 to that. We are at 246 graves. Stinian? Do not. So I am just going to do that. Do the back entrance of the grave. Swear to God, Deep Slate, I hate the way you do that. Stinian, stop it. And of course everyone loves coming into something to find graves right there, don't they? I think they do. Truly, the most amazing thing. Let's get this waxed and weathered one that looks kind of grungy. And then I will put copper. Chiseled or what? Chiseled. Chiseled copper there. No, that's not the way I wanted that to face. I wanted it to face that way. And actually, I put it that way? No, I don't like that. Actually, do I get a silver door? I do get a silver door. Let's put a silver door in there, just to be annoying. And we need a pressure plate. No vampires allowed. They would have to step on the silver. Mwahaha. So maybe actually. Maybe I put a silver door in here too. Can you see it from here? Nope. When you get around to it, you certainly can. So we'll get a pressure plate. And then a pressure plate on that side as well. Then we'll put a staircase here. I got rid of the staircase. That was smart of me. Let's go with sign. Do pale oak sign. Here lie the restless dead. December 11. Let's grab that soul torch this time. No, needs to be the soul lantern. Wow, I can spell lantern. Hooray and hurrah! Got your food with you? Excellent choice. We'll grab some chain. Ramen, nothing crazy? Well, ramen is tasty, so it works. No, on the end of the chain. There we go. Or do I want to put them there to be a little spooky? Maybe if it's soul lanterns on there? I think they're too close. So I can see what I'm doing. Your initial view of it from this side is just the soul torch, the soul lanterns. I like that. This one I think needs to be moved over. Dang it. I knew I was going to hit something like that. Let's take down this other chain. Gonna head out to eat your food. We'll come back if you're still alive, but if not, enjoy the rest of your stream. Well, thank you. You have yourself a lovely meal, and I will see you around. That one is there. Come through. That is your view. I like that. And then you go through here and you have the regular lanterns. But December 11th there. December 11, 250. No, we will do that there. 250 souls lost. chain and that chain, and then these are not going to have anything on them. They are decorative. Would have been so funny if I managed to build this in-game when we were all running around. Spectate. Sometimes I am kinda dumb. Alright, so this is my overhead view. Flashback will help me out with that later. Oh, I can't change anything because I'm in spectator mode. Let's go back in so I can change that up. B. So what I actually need to do is figure out whose pickaxe I stole. I left a poppy in its place. Well, that shall be for another time. We're gonna hit spectator. Let's go find some bodies. I'm going so fast. Maybe too fast. We're at the edge of the map there, going the wrong way. Right, so now I have to find all the chests that are bodies and take them to their graves. So we are going to set a temporary waypoint here. I want temporary, not... I'll actually have to do it on the map, won't I? Alright. We want temporary waypoints. Drop out a spectator into creative. Let's go. Oh, did I not? I don't have tweaks on here. Okay, I'm gonna have to install that to make this easier to do. And hit my grave, teleport to waypoint. And we will just actually put these in the same general order. One soul put to rest. Let's move on. Putting the souls to rest. Give them somewhere to stay. Put those souls to rest. And maybe one day they'll get their revenge. They'll get their revenge. Okay. Into Into the graves they go. Into the graves they go. Teleport, we can remove that one now. Well, we'll remove it when I move on to the next temporary one that needs to be placed. Yeah, okay. Okay, we will remove that temporary waypoint and we will set temporary waypoint. Teleport to waypoint. Slowly but surely, these will be filled. I don't know who any of these graves are for, but they will be filled. It'll be a slow, long process, but they will be filled. Other way around. Other way around, other way around. And all that remains of you is a handful of blocks. Oh, thanks, Minecraft. You're giving me some nice music to be sad to, aren't you? Chosen to be sad. Hello from Switzerland, Jameson Bay, 1998. Hello, how are you today? I am Rena, as in Renegades, and I am a Minecraft and Fortnite player, currently running around in the remains of Oakhurst. Any other bodies on the outside? Any other bodies on the outside? Body. I found you, dear friend. We are going to temporary waypoint here. We're going to remove this one and back to the crypt. No, you are already full. There we go. Teleport to the waypoint. Find another body. Ori, you made too many little houses, too many little shacks. Did they make 2 EFOs? They made 2 EFOs. Oh, my silly fellow souls. You made 2 EFOs. And another body has been found. Okay, I'm gonna set a temporary waypoint. We are going to delete that one and it's back to the crypt. Return to the surface. Find another body. Turn to the surface. To find another body. Lay them souls to rest. Lay them souls to rest. There's nothing to be done but lay the souls to rest. Yep, that's another body. Well, it looks like they picked up someone else's corpse too. Wrong button. There. Blood moon rises. Okay, so that is the first 6. There we go. Why am I doing that? I can just teleport to where I need to go. That was not the one I wanted to go to. I forgot to delete it. Another body. Another body. They were collecting glow lichen? Why? Why would they waste... Oh. I mean, I'm sorry you died, but you wasted materials, dude. Let's get rid of these other waypoints. Teleport to waypoint. And we will fill your box with bones. Your soul will go on looking for revenge. Teleport. Nighttime makes it so hard to see anything. Alright. Is there any immediately visible? Yeah. I'm sorry you died here, friend. Temporary. Then we teleport again. Teleport again. Filling. Filling. Oh, that's someone else's grave. This person did not get far. I think they tried to rush to get out away from a vampire, and then they just caught him right there. Right at the beginning. Nothing immediately visible there. Oh. Shoot. Oh, I was in spectator, not or in creative, not survival. Totally forgot that. Looking for a grave to be spawned. Good chunk of stuff in this one. So many graves to be spawned. This is going to take me so long to do, but as one of the restless dead of Oakhurst, I feel a compulsion to do this. I couldn't tell you why, but I need to. I really, really need to. But on the topic of things I need to do, I need to end the stream. We are creeping up on that 3-hour mark. I have to go eat some food myself. Take a good stretch, drink some water, do some more shenanigans. Thank you for coming and watching, XD. I always appreciate it. Should be back on Thursday in my regular time. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing on Thursday. But, should be fun to find out. I'll see y'all later.